Welcome to Into the Mind of a Madman with your host, me, the Madman. I was married June 10th, 2017. So at this point, it's been 2 years and some 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, 2 years, 8 months, something like that. I don't know. Coming up on 3, right? And it took me a while to get to that point. Growing up here in America, marriage didn't seem the best option. It didn't seem like the best option to go in when you're in a relationship. You know, I personally seen a marriage work, I would say, right? My parents been married since September 25th, 1982. Then I was born September 25th, 1984. So I was actually born on their wedding anniversary, their second wedding anniversary. And the example I've seen was, just, I would say, a typical marriage. I have no real other example to go off of any other marriage, because pretty much everybody else was like either married and divorced or never got married. So, and as a kid, I wasn't like aware of the ongoings of other people's marriage besides my parents. So growing up, right, once I reached a point to where I was dealing with women in that sort of way in a relationship, I've always said to them, man, listen, if I can't have a marriage like my parents, I don't want to be married. I'm not really into being married for 2, 3, 5 years and something happens and now we're divorced. Whatever happens within this marriage, it's pretty much to death do us part, right? In every sense of the word. For me. So the way life was going, the other examples I've seen in the world, it was more so, like I said, a lot of married but divorced, a lot of non-married, a lot of I'm on my second, third marriage. Like a lot of those examples was there more so than the example of which my mother and father had. A lot of friends that I have now and then, they, like I said, come from single parent homes, come from broken marriages and whatever. So I pretty much, to me, it seems like most of the close friends I knew, I'm the only one that for I would say, his whole life grew up with a mother and father. So the examples outside of my parents wasn't there, right? And then even in society, it wasn't big to take that particular step. You know what I'm saying? Because you were dealing with multiple women and seeing everything of that nature. Now, grown, being, seeing different, seeing different, uh, examples or going through different experiences, seeing different relationship practices throughout the world and throughout this American society, I I form my own thinking to what marriage is and what marriage should be against, like, put up against what we're told marriage is and what marriage should be, right? And I come to the conclusion of marriage is not just a piece of paper. Marriage is not just a ring. It's not just a business. It's not just a title. It's, to me, is more of a philosophy. And the philosophy is that of a man, right? I believe marriage was, or I believe marriage should be based off of the man's philosophy and how he lives his life. He should then find a woman who believes in this, believes in his philosophy, and is willing to carry it out and willing to add on to it or something like that. It's not a woman's. A marriage shouldn't be based on a woman's idea of what the relationship should be, right? So that's for one. I believe a lot of failed marriages come from, one, the man not having a way, a philosophy of living, of a philosophy of how we're going to go about this relationship, how we're going to go about our financials, how we're going to go about raising the kids, how we're going to go about just everything within the relationship between them. You know what I'm saying? First, they don't have that. And then I believe, second, they lie to please a woman. I believe a lot of men allow themselves to go along with a woman's way of thinking. Now, I understand I may come across misogynistic or, something along that nature, but I do believe men conform to women logic. They conform to, a happy wife, happy life, right? And pretty much there can't be two rulers to one kingdom. And I believe it's a man's responsibility to be the ruler of his kingdom. And the woman's job is to carry that out and agree with. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna find too many women that agrees with your philosophy. So you don't marry them women. They just friends or whatever. But and within your marriage, if you give in too much just because you don't want to hear the arguing you pretty much, as a man, you got to stand on your ground. You got to stand on your 2 feet. And if you allow anybody to knock you off your square, so to say, even if it is your wife, then the marriage goes astray, right? That's very, and then it becomes, I mean, the third reason and fourth reason, then it comes like financial and cheating and all of them things, which I believe through everything you go to, it should be a point where you may go through cheating, or you may go through a financial, or you may go through somebody who's dealing with a mental or emotional issue that you have to fight through. You have to at least give the attempt to fight through, because the marriage is supposed to be this person that you feel completes you, but completes your legacy in the carrying out your legacy, right? So I wanted to speak to that, and the fact that men need to, for one, have some philosophy about themselves, have some pride in how they move and how they want their household to move, and not look to society, not look to the homies, not look to the people on TV and like they want to live that life. You get what I'm saying? They need to have their life in order, and to live, like, you gain experience from everywhere. But what do you apply it to? You gotta apply the experience to your life as you see it, what fits you as a man. You get what I'm saying? So when you meet a woman, you could come to her and put this on her, and when she gives you the feedback, you see if she vibes with it or not. I believe everybody, in a sense, bows down to a stronger being. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm strong and I see somebody else stronger than me within the situation, I give it to them. And it's not strength in the sense of like weights or like lifting weights. It's like, if I'm on a project at work and I see somebody else who this is their strength within this project, I defer to them more than myself, because I see they're knowledgeable. Like, it shouldn't be an ego thing. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be an ego. Like, there's no ego involved. It just naturally happens because you naturally see, oh, this is what they good at. All right, let's follow your lead. And I believe that's what a man should be to a woman. No matter how strong a woman is, when she meets a stronger man in personality, in whatever, and how they live their life, and she meets this man who's she can be reliable on, and she pretty much goes along with his way of living. You know what I'm saying? Now, but like I said, so often men establish themselves as something they're not. They establish themselves as, I would say, liars to a degree, because throughout the years you're with somebody, you have to always be what you were. And once you can't be what you said you were supposed to be, then you are looked at as somebody who's untrustworthy, a liar. You'll look at somebody who you led me to believe this, and you can't even stand on it. So, for one, as men, we have to come in telling the truth. We have to come in with a belief system that these girls can hold you to for a lifetime, not just of the right now. Now, yes, we do grow with every day passing. Well, you should grow with every day passing, and that's where the conversation comes in. When we're having these conversations, when we're in these relationships, it can't be, oh, we're courting or dating each other, and when we first meet, and it's like, so where do you see yourself, and how do you see yourself moving in this world, or whatever. We have all of these talking points, and then we've been together 5 years, then we don't even talk no more as such. Like, you always have to keep updating, so you know what I mean, y'all could grow together, you know what I'm saying, it somewhat, you know what I'm saying. But as far as we get into the marriage part, right, so we have to start off not lying and stand on who you are. No conforming just because we want to have sex with the person, or we just whatever, or we see like a financial gain, or however you see it. But and then, women, you have to stop accepting certain things and living with that. But all right, so we got the men down, right? So marriage, right? Once you meet a woman who can carry out your philosophies, and it may, listen, I guess I should say this. Women, in my experience, go along with the unconventional way easier than what you feel they would. You don't really have to lie. You don't. Not really. You don't have to lie to them. If you put it out there and you come across as genuine, and you not necessarily explain yourself, but you give a reason, like you come with a sense of knowledge, I would say. It's not a reason, it's not explaining yourself. If you present a sense of knowledge in how you carry yourself, and you're giving points of why you carry yourself as such, a woman is way more understanding, even if it is unconventional, is what I want to say. And like I said, start out from jump. Like, this is me. This is how I move. This is what I believe in. This is why I believe in it. This is how I got this logic. This is what the experiences I had and why I choose to move this way. And even if it may be unconventional, even if it is not the society norm, the woman you're dealing with can receive it, right? They can receive it, and they're more willing to go with it, because it's not that it's not normal, but it's like some of it has to do with, like, they may say like, oh, a guy never approached me like that, but it's just a genuineness, and it's understandable. Like, oh, you're taking them step by step. You get what I'm saying? But let me get to the paperwork and the business of it. It is a business, right? As far as the government, you coming together, two entities becoming one. And you're dealing with paperwork that you have to hand to the government, just like if you wanted to start a business, right? Yes, it's somewhat a business when it comes to the financials and how we going to do this. If that, it's only a business, the actual relationship is only a business if that's how you carry your relationship. If it's a transactional relationship, I'm going to do this, you going to do this, and then I'm going to do this, then you do this. And if I'm only going to do this, if you going to do this, like, if you carry it as a transactional business, then it's a transactional business. But like I said, for philosophy, a man's philosophy on how he lives and how he want his relationship to be, it cancels out a lot of things because it's already established. So once he meets the woman who's willing to agree with it and to live it out and to help it grow into more, as far as like with kids and the family, whatever it is, it cancels out a lot of things. So you have to like that foundation has to be there, point blank period. So it makes it so when you decide to say, all right, I've been with this girl for however long, she gets my vision, she gets my she gets my vision, she's willing to live it out with me. She let me make it to the public, let me make it to the masses of this is me and this is my queen. You get what I'm saying? That's where, to me, that's where marriage comes in. It's that official stamp of, listen, this is the one I choose to, in my absence, whether it be I'm in jail, whether it be I died, whether it be I'm at work. You could always go to her if she's closest to you at the point, and she's gonna let you know how we running because she's like your VP in a sense, or she's the CEO of your business that you founded. You get what I'm saying? I wouldn't like, it's something like that. I wouldn't even say VP. I would just say she's the president of your overall company because she knows how you run, and you're the owner of the company. You founded the company, and you just found somebody I could leave in charge. And that's what the marriage should be. You get what I'm saying? So the ring and the paperwork is just the symbolization of you've been appointed this. You deserve this. You earned it, and you get what I'm saying? Far as and then like the ring, that's the same symbolization as the ring is for a man, because it's like when I walk out into the street and a woman sees the ring on my finger, she should know, or the world should know, a woman, other men, they should know, oh, you found somebody who's with you on that level. You get what I'm saying? But I understand the world doesn't operate like this. Like, I understand the thought process is probably, well, I love this person. I'm not I mean, people know me. People who know me know how can I say this? I love my wife. I'm just not big on the word love or whatever I want to say. I don't really know how to say it. Like, love is cool, but you shouldn't get married for love, is what I want to say. Like, you could love a lot of people. You could be in love with a lot of people. As people like to say, I love them, but I'm not in love with them. You could love a lot of people, and you could love your wife, but if the girl you are in a relationship with, she's always combating your thoughts, and it's always a fight in how you want to live and how things should go, then you shouldn't marry her. Like, I mean, you could love a person to death and love the person they are, but like I said, it could only be one king. And then I'm not a believer in 50-50. I don't believe in, well, I'm going to do half the work and you do half the work. No, I just believe in, I'm going to do all the work I do, and then you do all the work you do. And however, it's no number. It's just you do what you do, I'ma do what I do. This is what we came into this. This is my ideas, and you know, like I said, I don't believe I'm misogynistic. It may become across misogynistic because I'm a man saying this, but men are to be a man to me is just the most important thing. Like we're cut a different way. Our mindset is a different way, and I just believe like people just bow down to stronger people. Like, and if you come in a man, um, I I guess that's what it is. All right, more than marriage, because that's a point you have to get to once you find your person, right? And I kind of explained that. But as a man, like I said, marriage is all about the man. As a man, you need to live with a sense of purpose. As a man, you should have a sense of purpose about yourself. That's if you're single, if whatever you're doing in life, if you got a lot of money, if you got a little bit of money, you as a man, it's your responsibility to live with a sense of purpose. And when you do, and you find a partner, if it's that strong, you'll then find what you need in a wife. You'll find your partner. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the women, you need to start asking these questions. If you, I mean, a lot of men is not built for marriage. A lot of women is not built for marriage. But at the same time, women, you're accountable for vetting these men. You know what I'm saying? You're accountable for if a man is not teaching you anything about life, if he's not necessarily teaching you, but he's not giving you no insight on like his way of living, and it's like so generic, and he just want to go out to the game, and he just want to drink and smoke or whatever he want to do, or he just want to work, and y'all just basically living together day by day. Is not the man you want to marry. It's not the man you should want to be with anyway. Like he has to show you he has some sense of purpose, and not purpose to you. Like you meet him and you have to have that purpose. Like he has to already have it. But we get locked into these people and we love what they do, and we love them for the sex, and we love them for the entertainment, but the real purpose is not there. So yes, marriage is more than paperwork. Marriage is more than a ring. Marriage is more than just a business transaction. It's not just a prize you get for being with somebody for 5 or 7 years. It's not a prize you get when I would say, you have unprotected sex and you have a baby. Now we got to get married, or we had a baby, or we in church, so we don't want to look like bastards, so we got to get married. Well, we don't want our kids to be like bastards, or we don't want to look crazy in the church because we had what is it, like unmarried affair, or whatever the word is. You know the words. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's not why you get married. You get married because I guess, I mean, like I said, I don't know if I'm speaking more to the men or the women, but I'm speaking to you all. The marriage It's about a legacy to be passed on. And the only way a legacy gets passed on is if the man has a legacy he wants to leave. So, yes, don't just get stuck on it's a business or she's going to cheat, he's going to cheat, a man's going to do what he going to do. Yeah, a man can do whatever he going to do, a woman's going to do whatever they want to do. But when you meet them, you should have some understanding of what they're going to do because they told you. At the end of the day, be real, stand strong in your beliefs, and let the chips fall where they fall. I thank you. I'm out.